Okay, so we are gonna start by making a pinch bowl. And we're gonna do that by first making a pinch pot. Now I have the clay. It's about as much as it fits in my hand. You don't wanna use more than that because it's gonna be really difficult to get your fingers in there to pinch correctly. So when you're starting, you're gonna make a really round ball. Kind of just tapping it into a ball, getting rid of any big creases if you can, and just kind of making a clean ball. Now you're going to take your thumb, you're going to put the ball on the table and push straight down into the ball like this. You want there to be about this much clay between you and the bottom of the ball. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to start pinching. So one hand holds it and the other hand pinches. So all of the pressure is centering on the two fingers pushing together on the bottom, and I'm going to keep rotating it and cupping it as I rotate around and around and around. Okay, so what you're going to see now is the bottom is going to feel very thin. So if I showed you the inside of this, the bottom is going to feel about this thick. And after the whole bottom layer from here to here basically feels thin, like 1/4 of an inch thin, then you can move up to the next layer. So now I'm not going to press any more down here. I'm going to move my pressure from my fingers pinching to this outside layer. So now I'm pinching just from here to here. So from here to here, not anywhere on the bottom. So as I'm pressing, still trying to keep that 1/4 of an inch, still cupping it, still rotating it around and around like that. And it's going to take a few rotations to get to the next level. So now everything from here and to here is 1/4 of an inch thick. Now I'm going to go on to the next part, which is right here. I'm going to pinch this to be about 1/4 of an inch thick. Now if you were going to take 2 of these pinch pots and connect them together to kind of make a clay bubble, you could keep your walls kind of coming straight up like how I'm directing them. Or if you're just going to make a bowl like we're going to make, you're going to start to pull outwards. So instead of just bringing it straight up and pulling it this way, you're going to pull it out. So I'm going to keep rotating and pinching. Let's say your hand kind of starts to get tired, like mine is starting to get a little tired. Oh, look at that. Switch hands, got a fresh hand right there, ready to pinch and pinch and pinch. So I'm just still rotating and moving it around and around. And if I show you the inside, the bottom is nice and thin, and this right here is the only thick part at the top. So as you're rotating and pulling, you're thinking about the shape of the bowl that you're going to be making. So now instead of pulling just straight up, I'm going to start to pull the walls outwards. This is going to make a wider bowl. So here we go. I'm still pinching. I'm still rotating. You notice I don't just set the bowl on the table because that will cause the nice curve that you have to flatten out, which is maybe something that you want, but you maybe don't want to decide that until you have your whole pinched project made. So just keep pinching.
Eventually you're going to feel like this whole thing is about 1/4 of an inch thick. When it's that thick, you want to stop, because if it goes thinner than that, it's going to become too weak to work with.
Okay, now we see at the top, it's not perfectly pinched. There's some areas where it's kind of broken and cracked. We're not going to worry about that yet. We're going to put it upside down on the table, and we're going to take a coil. Now the coil that we use, we're going to lay it on top, but I'm going to score a little area for where the coil is going to attach on there. Okay, I'm going to take that. We can add some water to it, kind of create a little slip. If we have B-Mix slip, use that. But if we don't, this is one way to just kind of get it to look all slipped up. Now we're gonna lay this on here, and this is gonna be the foot of our bowl. So we're gonna do that, lay it right on there. Then if you want it to match up perfectly, you're gonna cut straight down, take that away, take that away. You'll have these two connected. So now you're gonna take this and you're gonna blend all the way around.
So this whole thing is attached on.
Okay, now you don't want to put it down like this, because if you put it down, it's going to crush this. So for now, we're going to put it upside down like this. Okay, we can take this tool, the rib tool, and we can now scrape away any of the edges that are kind of, or not edges, but the surface that's not really flat. And you can use different sides of this to scrape and clean up the outside. And as you use this, you're going to take away any of the roughness from your fingers, but you don't have to take away all of it, because part of the allure of the pinch bowl is that it's been made by your hands, so there is some imperfections to it. So you're going to use a combination of this tool and a sponge to really smooth out the outside. So I pushed too hard, and then I caused the foot to move too much. So I don't want that to happen. So now I'm just putting it back into place. Like that. All right, so now after I smooth out the whole thing, I want to let it get leather hard. So tonight when I wrap it up, I'm going to wrap it up kind of loosely so that tomorrow I can flip it over. I can put it on its base like this, and it'll not kind of let gravity push down the foot of the bowl. Okay, and then tomorrow when it's leather hard, then I can kind of push out the bowl anywhere where it's not, you know, kind of symmetrical, or anywhere where I'm not happy with the shape of it. I can control the shape of it tomorrow. So first day, you're gonna just work on the pinch pot and then adding the foot and kind of blending it to the outside. And then the second day, you're going to blend the inside and work on making the shape as clean as possible.